Alright, continuing on number 18. Given the equation y equals 4x plus 7, write the equation of a line parallel and perpendicular, just like 17. So, remember, 4 means 4 over 1. So a parallel equation will have the same 4 over 1 x. Change that y-intercept to something else, plus 8. That's fine. And then our perpendicular is opposite reciprocal. So instead of positive 4 over 1, it's going to be negative 1 over 4. X plus, and we'll keep the y-intercept the same, though it doesn't matter, you can change it to whatever. 19, write the equation of the line that goes through the point, 3, negative 6, and has a slope of negative 2. When you see point and slope, you're going to use point slope formula, the one we talked about in class. So y equals m, which is negative 2, and then x minus x1 is 3, parentheses, plus, and then y1 is negative 6. Remember, we must distribute the negative 2, so negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 3, or sorry, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Bring down y equals, and bring down plus negative 6, which means minus 6. Now hopefully you know positive 6 minus 6 is 0. They kind of cancel out. So y equals negative 2x. You don't have to put plus 0. You can. It's not wrong. Okay, so that was 19. 20, all you got to do is circle if they're parallel or perpendicular. So I'm looking at 20. This is positive 4 over 7 slope. Oops. Come on. Come on. All right, positive 4 over 7 slope, and then negative 7 over 4. That changes the sign and flips the fraction. That's definitely perpendicular, right? On 21, 2 over 3 slope, 2 over 3 slope, those are the same, parallel. Now, 20 and 21 were very easy in my opinion. But you're going to have these on your test, number 22 and 23. You're going to have to solve for y, okay? I know that's not everyone's favorite thing to do, but let's do it. X minus 5y equals 10. You get rid of your x, minus x, put it in front. Negative 5y equals negative x plus 10. Divide by negative 5. Everything gets divided by negative 5. These cancel. Don't forget, this is a 1. Y equals negative over negative is positive 1 over 5, x. And then 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. Alright, and then we do the same thing with this one. Negative 2x plus 10y equals 30. I get rid of my x term by adding 2x, putting it in front. Bring down 10y equals 2x plus 30. And then I divide everything by 10. And I get y equals 2 over 10 reduces to 1 over 5. And you might already see what it's going to be. 30 over 10 is 3. And, like I said, you should see the slopes are the same. So that's going to be parallel. Alright. And let's do the same thing over here. Bring this down. 6x minus 3y equals 18. Minus 6x minus 6x. Draw my arrow. Cancel those out. Bring down negative 3y equals negative 6x plus 18. Divide by the coefficient negative 3. Everything gets divided. Cancel them out. Y equals negative 6 over negative 3 is positive 2. X. 18 over negative 3 is negative 6. Oh, sorry, it is not time to go yet, obviously, because... Alright, so 7x plus 14y equals negative 28. Again, subtract the x, minus 7x, put it in front. That gives us 14y equals negative 7x minus 28. Divide by 14. Y equals negative 7 over 14 reduces to negative 1/2. And maybe you already see what's going to happen. Negative 28 over 14 is negative 2. And you should see that negative 1 over 2 and positive 2 over 1 are opposite reciprocals. That is perpendicular, right? Remember, constructing a perpendicular line, you're going to need to take your ruler, and when you take your ruler, you're first of all going to make a straight line through the point. Okay? Then you're going to take your compass, and you're going to go about halfway, make a mark, and then from this point up here, take the same measurement and make the same mark. And then you need to measure from here to here, right? If you can measure from there to there and take it up here and make that second mark, you can draw your line through that, okay? So, I'm going to show you how to do that on some paper real quick because I don't want you to do it by hand. I want you to use a compass and a straight edge, okay? So, this will just be on some random paper, but you want to do it on your review sheet. So, there's just a reminder. You're going to, if you have a line and a point, okay? So the first thing you do, turn the lamp on. First thing you do is you draw any line you want through it, right? Second thing you do is you measure about halfway. Okay? And then you're going to make an arc mark. And you come up here with the same measurement and make the same arc mark. Oops. And my compass is not the best, so I'm going to use that inner mark. Then I measure. I got to move this. And I measure from here to here. That way I can take that over here and make my mark. Once I have 1, 2, 3 marks, I know I'm good to draw through this intersection and the original line, and it should look basically parallel, okay? Now, mine's a little off. Yours might be a little off, but if I see all those arcs, 1, 2, and then this little one right here is so important, you'll be good. If it looks like you obviously drew it with a pencil by hand, you're going to get no credit. So please don't try to, take shortcuts. And then the last part of the review, number 24, remember, your first step is always given. So it's going to be K is parallel to L. Then it says 2 is congruent to 4. If I look at this, 2 and 4 are what angles? On the reason for number 2, they're corresponding angles. And then on number 3, it says 4 is congruent to 7. So if I look at 4 and 7, 4 and 7, those are at an intersection across from each other. Those are called vertical angles. And don't forget your last step. You're going to take the prove down to here and rewrite. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. Okay, 2 is congruent to 7 because of the transitive property. If you know 2 is congruent to 4 and 4 is congruent to 7, remove the middle step. 2 is congruent to 7, and that is it for the